Hello and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Ashley Kozakowski. Fran is out on assignment. First tonight, we're cracking down on crime. You may notice in the corner of your screen, right under where I'm pointing, we have some mugshots there. We're working with local law enforcement to feature some of the most wanted suspects in our area tonight. Welcome back. We are cracking down on crime here at WECT News today, and Sheriff John Ingram is joining me right now from Brunswick County. They provided some of these suspects that you're seeing scrolling behind us and some of them that are down on the corner of your screen, part of our crackdown on crime. Now, I want to ask you about a couple of suspects that you provided to us. The first one, Danielle Wertman, she's from Charlotte. Can you tell me a little bit about what she's wanted for?
Yes, she was involved in dealing ecstasy, known as MDMA, and in several areas of our county, throughout our county. We have several warrants on her for possession with intent to sell and deliver, and a number of other things regarding heroin and marijuana. So she's been very active in our county, and we're trying to apprehend her.
And she has a bit of a criminal history as well, right?
She does. She does. Hey, she's been involved in a number of things, a number of drug offenses.
Okay, I want to turn to two brothers. We're talking about the Locklears, Nicholas and Christopher. Tell me a little bit about these guys. What are they wanted for?
Possession with the intent to sell and deliver, as well as sell and deliver heroin.
Okay.
In and around the supply area.
And we have their pictures on the screen right now, so if you're next to your TV, take a look. These are the Locklear brothers, and as you mentioned, they're wanted with heroin, and I noticed when I was going through some of the suspects that you gave to us for this most wanted list, a lot of them are wanted for drug crimes. Can you talk about that?
Yes, we recently conducted a undercover operation which ended up arresting a number of suspects who were involved in the heroin trade in and around the supply community back through the Holden Beach area. It was as a result of a number of citizen complaints that had come in to our agency, and as well as confidential informants providing information. And working with the community, we were able to secure warrants on about 18 people.
Yeah, and we were with you on that bust. I think we have some of the video to show the folks out there of you guys going out and getting all these people into custody early in the morning. But, oh, and it sounds like our phones are already ringing. Well, we'll get to that call in just a minute. But first, you know, I want to talk about heroin. How bad of a problem is it now? Is that the drug of choice?
Well, in areas of our county, it certainly is. We have seen a significant increase recently. And it doesn't appear to be slowing down at all. So we're trying to work as closely as we can with the communities and information coming in like we have now.
Yeah, we do. You know what? I'm just going to answer this phone right now here. WECT. Yeah, we're on live right now. Can you hang on 1 second and I'll get to your call in just a minute. We're already getting people calling in with tips. You see the number there on the bottom of your screen. If you know where any of these suspects are, you're asked to just call us here. We'll write down the tips. We're going to give them to Sheriff Ingram in Brunswick County. Hopefully get some of these people who are wanted for crimes off the street. And I really appreciate you being here today, and I appreciate your effort.
Well, thank you for your help.
You're watching WECT News at 5:30.
Well, we are in the WECT newsroom right now as we are taking part in a crackdown on crime, trying to get some of the worst offenders in southeastern North Carolina off the streets. Ashley has been spearheading this project, and you're talking to another one of local law enforcement, right?
That's right. We are here with the sheriff right now of New Hanover County, Sheriff Ed McMahon. So, Sheriff, you know, we're highlighting some of the most wanted criminals here. I want to just call out some of the names that you gave to us.
Sure.
So, Eugene Addison Collins, tell me a little bit about him.
Okay, right now we're looking for him for breaking and entering, larceny, and then also obtaining property by false pretense.
And his picture is on the screen here. One of the reasons I called him up was because Wilmington Police want him as well on similar charges. So he's wanted in Wilmington, wanted in New Hanover County as well. So if you take a look at your screen right now, you can see if you know where he is, the number is 910-386-5540. You know, I wanted to highlight there aren't that many women on the list, but the next one is Shayna Lee Page. Can you tell me a little bit about her?
Sure, we're looking for her for breaking and entering and then also property damage.
Yeah, anything else you can tell me about that case where she might be hiding?
No, we don't. you know, we have a last known address, but of course she's not there. These are important because people break in other people's houses and vehicles, and you know, we just typically same people do them. They don't know jurisdictional lines, so it's important that we can get them because the longer they're out there, the more crime they're going to be doing.
The more property crimes will be committed.
Absolutely.
And I'm hearing the phone ringing. This is great. People are already calling in with tips. We had the sheriff of Brunswick County on at 5 o'clock. We got a couple tips about some of the people we featured. We have some newsroom volunteers manning the phone. Now, while you're here, you know, I can't ignore the elephant in the room in our community right now, which is the gang problem. You recently joined forces with WPD on a gang task force. Can you talk about how things are going so far?
Sure. We developed several different new initiatives, and the housing unit task force is probably the biggest that we're doing. We're taking 7 officers from each agency, we're putting them together, and we're going to be in there in the housing units trying to make it, we will be making it safer for the good people that live in there.
Because there are a lot of good people who live in those communities
Absolutely.
just trying to make ends meet. You know, Craig Reck recently reported on how many single mothers are living there, and most of the people who are living in public housing are mothers and children.
Yeah. So we want to be there on the front lines. We want to be the point to go in and say, hey, look, we're here. We're going to protect you. We're going to keep you safe. And then as we come in, we're going to need them to get behind us and just to help us, to give us information, to call us when they see something. Don't wait till after it's happened, but call us when they see someone who shouldn't be there. Because the people that live in there know. And once we can get in there and gain their confidence, and you know, we will not stop. We will win this.
And you want to give us an exclusive here tonight.
Sure.
There was a big drug bust last night. Can you talk about that?
Well, we did, and I don't have all the information. We're getting it together now, but we, Seahawk Square, right outside of UNCW, we arrested an individual who, convicted felon, had 3 handguns. We also charged him with marijuana and heroin, manufacturing and delivering. So we believe he's a gang member. We haven't, we know he hangs out with the gang people. We haven't verified that part.
All right, well then we'll get all the information together. We'll bring you that guy's picture here coming up tonight on WECT News at 6. Once again, just want to give you the number. If you have tips about where anybody that you've seen on your screen is, you can call us here in the newsroom, 910-386-5540. We are passing those tips on to law enforcement so they can act on them. And keep an eye on the corner of your screen, the bottom corner. You'll see those mugshots scrolling throughout the next hour. I'm going to send it back to John in the studio. We are cracking down on crime here at WECT tonight, working with Wilmington Police, the New Hanover County Sheriff's Office, and Brunswick County Sheriff's Office to highlight some of the most wanted individuals in our community. Coming up, we'll have a live report. Stay tuned. You've noticed probably in the corner of your screen those mug shots rolling through. Those are some of the most wanted individuals in our community. We'll get back to that in just a minute, but first at 5:30 we first interviewed you, Sheriff. You were talking about a big bust that happened. We just got some images into our newsroom from that. Tell us a little bit more about this suspect and what was found.
Sure. We arrested Mr. Kenneth Green. He was in Seahawk Square Apartments. He is a convicted felon. And he was in possession of 3 handguns, and we also charged him with dealing heroin and marijuana.
Okay, I thought we had those pictures of him and some of the guns that were seized there, but it doesn't appear. Oh, there it is. So there he is. That's Kenneth Green on the screen there. And these are some of the guns that were found inside his apartment.
That is
there,
correct.
right near the campus of UNCW.
Yes.
All right. Well, Sheriff, we want to move along. We want to go to WPD now. We have Corporal Leslie Irving here with us. She is answering your phone calls. And remember, you can call in and give us tips about where some of these suspects might be. Now, Leslie, we want to just highlight some of these cases. One of the guys that you gave us was Wakeel Stewart. Can you tell me a little bit about him?
Yes, he is wanted for attempted first-degree murder. Mid-part of October, he was involved in a shooting of an individual who was riding a motorcycle.
And what happened there? It was a teen who was riding a motorcycle?
Yes, I'm sorry. He was riding a bicycle down a residential area when they approached him and they started firing at least 3 shots at him.
Okay, and I believe we have a picture of him. If we can pop that up full on the screen. Here he is. This is Wakeel Stewart. He's faces charges of attempted first-degree murder. Also, I want to pull up Nicholas Lanier. Can you tell me a little bit about him, Leslie?
Yes, Nicholas Lanier is wanted for assault with a deadly weapon as well, inflicted serious injury.
Okay, and so be on the lookout. His picture is on your screen right now. Folks, be on the lookout for these suspects. We want to put the phone number up on the screen. Our news team plus the WPD has been taking some calls here. If we just can take that number, it's 910-386-5540. Once again, that's 910-386-5540. The phones are ringing here. We are getting some tips in about these suspects. We'll be here answering the phones for the next couple minutes, so call in, give us your tips about where some of these suspects might be. We are cracking down on crime here on WECT. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Continuing to crack down on crime tonight on WECT News.
Tonight we're showing you some of our area's most wanted suspects. Ashley Kozakowski is live now in the newsroom to highlight some of the alleged offenders. Ashley?
Well, that's right. Throughout our newscast tonight, you're going to see mugshots in the corner of your screen just rolling through. These are some of the most wanted suspects in our community, and keep an eye on them. If you know any of them or know where they might be hiding, you're asked to call police. Now, one of the men we are highlighting here tonight, his name is Peter Shaw. Wilmington Police Corporal Leslie Irving tells us why he's on their list.
He's a really big nuisance because of a lot of people forget to lock their doors, and they leave all types of valuables between handguns, you have all electronic devices, and people prey on those individuals who become preoccupied. So they are a weight on us as weight on society in a whole.
We got a lot of tips during our 5 o'clock newscast and 6 o'clock newscast that officers are following up on. You can see all of the most wanted suspects are on our website, WECT.com, and Wilmington police say the most violent criminals aren't on this list. They're usually captured pretty quickly due to their partnership with the U.S. Marshal Service. New Hanover County and Brunswick County also gave us a list of suspects and their mugshots. We have a slideshow of those right now on WECT.com. Also, the mugshots are going to continue throughout this newscast. They're going to run on your screen there, and if you see anyone you might recognize, you can either call police or you can call us here in the newsroom. The number is on your screen right now. I'll pick up, I'll take the tip and pass it along to police as part of our crackdown on crime. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Ashley Kozakowski, WECT News.